this is Piper on the podcast while you wait. Yes, because while you wait for your podcast to be there, well, I'm here too. Let's give it a loud round of applause. Oh, super cool, super cool. Oh, yeah. It's a good start. I mean, we already have a lot of people in the live comment section here on YouTube because we broadcast live from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. every day. That's Monday to Friday, yeah, because on weekends we do other stuff. So make sure that you tune in when it's live because it's always better when it's live. And after that, you can listen to the podcast. We got some awesome people, that are supporting the podcast distribution on our patreon.com/2girls1electric-car. So thank you to our new Patreons, meaning that we can now distribute our podcast on where you listen to your podcasts, like all the podcasts do. Yeah.
750 watch hours.
Oh, yeah, and we are at 750 watch hour that we need. So this is what is left to get monetized on YouTube. And what does monetization mean? It means getting super chat and tips and things like that. Well, it's like tips. It's like super chat or giving super thanks to us directly on YouTube. But for now, the only place you can support us is patreon.com/2girls1electric-car. We do behind the scenes and special little things on there. So this is super cool. Now, thank you for being here. We have a lot of people. So I'll go in the live comment section. Walter Johnson is here. Hey, thank you, Walter. We also have Ryder Dyer. I think that's his name, or it's written in like some sort of really old like Valhalla Viking language. Walter says McDonald's and Chick-fil-A have drive-thru because we are going to be talking about drive-thru's crazy futures. Yeah. It's going to be super cool. Hack of all trades is there. Hey. We also have Wayne. What's up, Wayne? I usually eat French fries before I get home. Okay, so Wayne stops to the drive-thru to eat French fries. I mean, French fries are awesome, right? And you need to eat them hot.
What's the best French fries? A quick poll.
Oh, what's the best French fries? A quick poll. So what is your best French fries? Yeah, let's go with like your best French fries. So we definitely got McDonald's. McDonald's in the top, right?
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Burger King.
McDonald's. Burger King. Yeah, it's like fast food joint.
We need another one. Just another one.
Burger King and
Yes.
KFC. If you have more, just like drop it in the live comment section or the comment section. No worries. Okay, so this is happening. Wow, the screen of death. Black screen of death just happened to this poll. We'll see what happens. We'll see if it pulls. I don't know. It's like buffering. It's buffering. I turned off my computer. Yeah, I did that. I rebooted it. I did the updates. I did all of that. But it seems like, sometimes not enough. Computer needs more love. A lot more love. Like, totally did not work the poll. There's something totally wrong with my browser.
Five guys.
Okay, so what we got? Burger King fries. That's from Cycling for Fun. Wayne says White Castle.
White Castle? We didn't take that.
Yeah, we didn't take the fries at White Castle. We only had like the small slider burgers when we were at White Castle, which were pretty weird, right?
Them.
Yeah, it's like steamed. It's steamed hot. Like, it's okay, steam. Sorry, it's the steamed burger. It's like a steamy, but for burger. Same, but different than a steamy, but for burger. It's a burger steamy, and it's very onion-y, right? So this is something completely different. AKA Fumbler, hey, thanks for being here. We also have Bubs Lightyear. RA says, how are your PA interviews going? Any good prospect? Not so far. I mean, we've got a few still interviewing a lot of people. And I posted the job post like on LinkedIn. Yeah.
We don't have any drama, right?
Yeah, that's why there's no drama, because there's no PA, right? So this is a non-drama podcast, but there'll be drama. Don't worry, there's always drama. We're talking about drive-thrus and like fast food, so it's gonna be cool. So the thing is, still interviewing, still in the process. I mean, I received some applications, but I need to funnel them through, and I need to figure out like who's best for what, because I handle so many projects at the same time that I need to find somebody that can kind of, handle what I can't handle, or decide on my own what to do with this. So it's happening. Don't worry, if you know somebody who's based in Vancouver, British Columbia, and they're good with social media, plus they've seen Devil Wears Prada, this is a great combo. That's what I need. Okay, Max Power says Five Guys fries.
Those
And
are-
RA say Five Guys too. But Five Guys fries change all the time, right?
yeah,
They change all the time. It's not ever the same potato.
but it's the same.
It's the same peanut oil. It's the same peanut oil, but the potatoes always change. So you never know which potatoes you're gonna get, which makes it so,
But
you know,
To be honest, every time I went there, it always tastes good,
it always tastes good.
even if it's different.
You can't really feel the difference, right?
I think you need to go with
Okay, maybe if you go every day, then you'll be like, that's not the same potato.
yeah.
Okay.
Once in a
Or
while,
you need
remember.
you need to be
If you remember what it tastes, you should not go anymore.
so if you remember what it tastes, yeah, you shouldn't go anymore. You're eating way too much like Five Guys. You should definitely not do that.
Yeah, that's
Too much for you.
advice.
What else we got? Wendy's has great new fries, flat and spicy. Can you call that fries though?
No.
You know when they're like not in a fry shape. You know you got the wedges, you got the spirals.
Right.
Plus, well, yeah, when they put some like topping on it, you know, like some spiciness or some oregano or stuff like that. This is not fries. It's not fries. It cannot be fries anymore.
Just salt. The French fries is
Exactly. French fries are salt, that's it. They come out of the deep fryer, and then that is salt, that's it. Nothing else. No fanciness, no paprika, no powder, none of that. No. Just like so. So that's a good thing too. You know, I saw in this video, and this guy, he was like a fry whisperer. And he was doing a whole bunch of fries, because you know in Belgium, they have a thing for fries. It's like a cult for fries over there. And he was talking about how to know when the fries are good. And you might be like, yeah, you know, you see they're a little brown. No, you would be wrong. That's not how it goes. So he did his fries, and he said he could hear. Yeah, hear the fries. And you're like, Piper, fries don't talk. I know they don't talk, but they talk to him. So there's a difference in the pitch of the fry when it's like, you know, frying. It does like plip, 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 ee, and then it goes like ee. So there's the difference in the pitch of the fry when it's cooked. Then some people also like to, you know, put something in the fryer, and then they hear, you know, the
Then I think if you're gonna cook and you know
Yeah.
that difference, you need to stop. You're eating much too much.
You're eating too much fries if you know how to make fries that well, right? With the sound. So you better have a food truck or be a cook. You better not eat that much fries. It's not good for you. Not that much, at least. Not that much. Well, okay. So here in the comment section, we have a whole bunch of people, and yes, drive-thrus are like kind of related to fries, right? To any type of fast food. Well, fast food. Drive-thru equals fast food, and fast food equals totally cars.
You're not
Totally
gonna
cars.
wait like a 3-star Michelin.
No, exactly. You don't go to a 3-star Michelin restaurant to eat in your car. It's not the type of experience you want. Definitely not. Lol, potato or dirt apple? Is a potato called a dirt apple for real? This is funny. I never heard that before. And I don't think it's because I'm francophone. I think this is weird. Drive-thru's crazy future. Yeah. What?
Mr. Beast should do that.
Mr. Beast should do what?
Like a 3-star Michelin drive.
Drive-thru?
Yeah.
So, Mr. Beast, this is for you. Instead of opening a burger joint, open a 3-star Michelin. But it's a drive-thru experience. So you need to get in your own car. It's your own car.
You know, you order like
Yeah.
some weird stuff.
But yeah, from the car. From the car, it's the menu, it's a French menu, whatever, it doesn't matter. There's 3-star Michelin for everything, but you order there and then you eat in your car. Yeah, that'd be super cool. I mean, I never seen that. Have you ever seen that? I don't think.
Drive-thru, they give you like a silver platter.
Oh, they give you a silver platter, the drive-thru? Well, that's the thing. You need to make your car be like a good experience, even though you don't like your car or it's an old car, right? No, but it does. It's for the experience. A 3 Michelin star has great waiters. They have great cutlery and all of that. So you need all of that to be implemented in your car.
The sound of the restaurant is not their responsibility.
Well, it still is because the drive-thru.
It's a different sound.
Okay, but is it a drive-in or a drive-through?
It's a drive-thru. You know.
So it's not a drive-in.
No, it's not a drive-in.
Because it could be a drive-in. Because if it was a drive-in, then they would bring you everything. Because I went to White Spot Drive-In. They still have drive-ins here in Vancouver, British Columbia, at the White Spot, which is sort of kind of a local restaurant, but it's a franchise now. And so at the White Spot, you can go to the drive-in, not drive-through, and then you stay there, you put your flashers on, like blinkers, you know, and they come out and they take your order. And then after that, they put like a long tray. It's a really weird long tray. It's kind of like the stuff you do, like you turn bagels with. It's like a long 2x4, you know.
I think it's better than just like snapping something at the window.
I think it is better than snapping in the window. So they ask you to lower your windows and all that, and they put the tray, which is a really weird tray because it's long and thin. It's not like an actual tray. And then while you're there and you eat in your car, it's a nice experience. It's a nice experience. So they bring you everything and it helps.
That as a video.
We do need to do that as a video for Two Girls, One Electric Car. Yeah, because it makes a lot of sense to be able to, experience the drive-in experience. But there's a difference between drive-in and drive-through. Now, we're gonna get over all of this crazy stuff because that's the name of the podcast. And while you wait, oh yeah, for your drive-in or drive-through to be ready, well, make sure that you tune into the podcast because it's available on YouTube and everywhere you listen to your podcasts. We're working on Apple. This one's not there, but everywhere else it's available. So you can go check it out. It's under Two Girls, One Electric Car, okay? Super easy to find. Now, Max Power says, are French fry if you make them in the air fryer? No, they're not. No, air frying is not frying. It's not a thing.
It's an oven. An air fryer is
Yeah.
just an oven.
And-
It's a small oven. That's what
Exactly.
convection oven.
Yeah, an air fryer is a convection oven, and then you put a little bit of oil in there, which splooshes everywhere. But still, it's not a fryer. And there is a difference in taste. I've seen YouTubers do taste tests with deep frying and air frying, and it was not the same. They preferred the deep fry. So if you're used to it, of course, and you buy one at home, you won't know the difference anymore. Okay, I got a crazy story. So the thing is, when I was younger, used to eat a lot of French fries. Okay, a lot. Don't freak out, like not that much. But French fries that were, like frozen French fries that you buy. Like here we have McCain, Cavendish, and all these other French fries. Tasty taters, whatever. But we're talking more like French fries. And well, you put them in the oven because, you're a child, this family, whatever. And so I had a lot more French fries in my life back then that were oven fries, which is completely different, right, than an actual French fry from a deep fryer. But I had so many of them that I didn't really see the difference, or taste the difference. You don't know because that's the only French fry that you have. And then so I was like, when people said, yeah, French fries in the fryer are better, I was like, no, not really. I don't know. Like, it's fine. I like my French fries in the oven, whatever. And then I got a fryer. And that's where the story ends. So that's the thing. Once you get a fryer, many things are going to happen to you. You're going to need to make sure that you actually put the fryer in a place where you can't use it every day. Because you will. Like, it's going to happen.
Like pogo in the fryer.
Yeah, just like pogos in the fryer, which are called corn dogs in English if you're like Anglophone. So you have to have restraints according to your fryer because you will use the fryer because everything's better in the fryer. When I say everything, I mean everything. I even had a pork chop in the fryer the other day. That's really good. Pork chop in the fryer. You should definitely test that. It was amazing. And pork chops, sometimes are too dry, right? Pork tends to be... Yeah, it was a pork shoulder steak. Yeah, and it was like really fatty and all that, but deep fried it in the fryer. Amazing. So these are things that you definitely need to consider when you get a deep fryer. Your life is gonna change a lot. Not necessarily for the better. Well, your taste buds are gonna love it. Your dietitian might not love it. But at the same time, maybe you keep that treat for when you go to the drive-thru. Maybe that's more what you're like. Maybe you want to do it for the drive-thru. So let's go over. Where's my pencil? It disappeared on... A lot of stuff disappears on me. I don't have a PA. Okay, let's go through the drive-thru history. So I have a little bit of a backing story for drive-thru, which is really interesting because, like we said, drive-thrus means cars, and this channel is all about vehicles, cars. That's what we talk about. Even when you don't want to talk about it, we find ways to talk about it that is not related to cars for some weird reason. Just like this episode, drive-thru's crazy future. Hope you're ready for this. Now, the importance of drive-thru. Okay, I'm gonna take you back in time a little bit. I hope you're ready. Like this. We don't have music for back in time. Yeah. Like something like soft and cool. You want to support us so that we get more awesome beds for our podcast? Make sure you go to patreon.com/2girls1electric car. Thank you for all of your support. So the thing is, the importance of the drive-thru. So back in the day, okay, there was actually electric vehicles and gasoline vehicles. Yes, they cohabitated in what we called the beginning of the 1900 or like 20th century. But then something happened. Something crazy happened, and I won't go into like all of the details because we'll do a podcast about this. But the thing that happened is that gasoline vehicle became more rangeful. Meaning a gasoline vehicle had more range. So people started to go away from the cities. You know, they started to be able to travel with their cars, which they weren't able to with electric vehicles because the battery was just too short. That being said, more people with gasoline vehicles meant more people on the roads. And then these people, well, they started road tripping, or they started just like going in their car. So leaving the country or leaving the city to go somewhere else. That meant that we needed to build more roads. And with more roads, well, more places for people to actually like, you know, go pee and eat. Because if you have a 4-hour drive to get to your cabin in the woods and there's just like one road that is almost a road, you know, but there's no rest area, no stop, no nothing, no gas stations, well, that might be a bit inconvenient. So that's how, well, it all became to be, right? Better roads, better rest areas, better just like service and amenities on these highways or on these big roads. So that's how we kind of became to have fast foods, right? And drive-thrus. But back then, they were drive-ins.
It's like chicken and the egg.
It's the chicken and the egg.
Rest area or the restaurant.
Yeah, exactly. Rest area or restaurant. Which one came first? Tell us in the comment. Which one do you think came first? So that being said, well, these restaurants that were able to serve you in your car, or like a drive-in, you know, type of thing, or you would get out of your car to go to the restaurant because maybe you were in a little city, a little town or something like that. Well, they became more and more popular. Yeah, so that is why we're talking about drive-thrus and drives-in. We can kind of put them the two together. Don't worry about it. Let's not fuss over it, okay? It's all gonna be okay. Yolanda! We're cool. Nostalgia. Okay, so maybe you were one of these people who was actually able to experience the A&W drive-in, right? Or other drive-ins. You were? See? Some people were able to experience that. And that gives your age. Totally, that gives your age. But don't worry. If you were able to experience a drive-in, we're talking drive-in. So what's the difference between a drive-in and a drive-thru? Super easy. Drive-in, you park. Drive-thru, you're supposed to go through as fast as possible. You're not supposed to park. You're supposed to brake, but you're not supposed to put the car in park. Not the same thing. Drive-in, you go there, you put the car in park. Then you can kind of turn it off, right? Or like listen to the radio, but turn the car off.
You know, like in the F1, fastest like pit stop?
Yeah, pit stop.
Fastest drive-thru.
Exactly.
Like
Oh yeah, like fastest drive-thru. Some people actually tested it, which is really cool. And like, yeah. There's the fastest drive-thru.
Yeah, but I mean fast.
Yeah, okay, not like the time. Formula One fast.
Pit stop fast.
Pit stop fast. Because that's what fast food restaurants are trying to do right now, right? They're trying to make it so the drive-thru is as fast as possible. But for the drive-in, it was same but different. So you would park your car and you would order food, and then this food would come, and then they would take the platter and all that stuff back. I mean, we're even talking before the time that there was like cardboard plates and things like that. We're talking dishes, people, like real dishes. And we're talking this tray that they put on your car, it scratched your car. That type of era, right? Hopefully you pee and eat not at the same time. Well, that depends. Some people like to mix the boat, so you do whatever you want. Wayne says, I'll drive through the restaurant. I think that is dangerous, but okay.
Okay, Formula One race, the pilot order, go to like about, a mile or like one.
Okay.
And
So
then the meal needs to be ready.
yeah. Okay, so there would be a new thing. It would be a new thing. Mr. Beast, you need to try that. Or Red Bull. So Red Bull, this is an idea for you. So it's a F1 race, but the race is you have F1 pilots that are there in their car. They need to order the food, and then they need to get the food in a pit stop manner. Yeah. And then, well, do they eat the food when they drive?
I don't care.
I think they need to eat the food. I think they need to eat the food while they drive. Because this is like super cool. Yeah, one more turn to eat the food. And they need to eat as much as they can.
Without spilling.
Yeah, without spilling anything, this is a great idea. Red Bull, call us. We got the idea first. Use the link where you can find in the about our actual email address if you want to send us something. Okay, Douglas Dauntless says Sonic Drive has roller skating waitresses. Yeah, that was a thing, right? Even A&W had that. The roller skating made it a lot faster for waitresses or busboys or whatever to come and take your order, but also to get in and out fast instead of walking, which made a lot of sense. Plus, it was cute, right? We're talking before feminism. Max Power says, but they always forget to give you your order at the drive-thru. Well, always is a big word, Max. I mean, always, not always. They don't always forget to give you your order. Sometimes they forget ketchup, though. I mean, that has happened to me a lot. You ask for ketchup, and they forget the ketchup, and that I don't like. So, if you recall some of these drive-thrus, drive-in, well, make sure that, you tell us, because there's a lot of different things that have happened to the drive-thrus nowadays. Like a lot. And one of them would certainly be just like the advancement in technology, right? So now we have a whole bunch of ways to go through the drive-thrus. I mean, we have like these big screens that are not that are LED powered. It's like literally a TV that you can see. The sound is still shit for some reason. I mean, they were able to do like all this crazy technology, but you still can't hear a thing when they talk. And then you need to talk through that speaker, and you still don't hear anything, and they don't hear you.
Especially when you live in Surrey.
Yeah, especially when you live in Surrey and they have the please do the needful. So it's like it's crazy. You can't hear. Yeah. So maybe in the future, drive-through crazy future, they'll have like some sort of translator, so you can literally hear people talk, and people can hear you talk even though you have a Quebecois accent, right? Just like.
Would you need people?
No, maybe you won't need people. Maybe it's all gonna be AI and robotically powered, and we have a whole segment about this, so you stay right there, because I'm Piper, and you are listening to While You Wait, the podcast that aims to entertain you while you wait for your burger at the drive-thru. Okay, awesome. So that being said, well, the thing is, most of the drive-thrus nowadays are better than they were before, of course, just because of technology. But you still need to kind of pay, and then you still need to get through the line and go get your order. And yes, like Max Power says, sometimes they forget something in your order. The cool thing is now, though, that you have your order on the screen. So while the person is taking your order, you can kind of see it appear. So you can change things if they don't understand, right? Like, you see what's happening, which helps a lot. Now, we are talking drive-thru, so we won't go into like mobile delivery or applications where you can order in advance, just like Starbucks, McDonald's, and then just kind of go grab it, or Uber, or all of that. Okay, so we're gonna stay in the drive-thru. Stay in that lane. We stay in the car. You stay in the car. You stay in that lane. Hey, hello, Sharma. Thank you for being here. Yeah, you can catch us. It's 12 p.m. from Monday to Friday. Yeah, on the channel. So you can always catch us when we're live. If you don't catch us when we're live, don't worry. The podcast, they stay on YouTube under the podcast playlist While You Wait. So that being said, COVID impacted drive-thru a lot. Well, because COVID just impacted a lot of things, right? During the pandemic, because we had to figure a way to do touchless, so no touching. No touching. So, okay, contactless, touchless, call it however you want. Well, that made it so drive-thrus became kind of an easy thing, because in restaurant was a bit difficult. Some restaurants actually closed down. That being said, some restaurants and fast food chains like really put some money and effort into the contactless. Well, which makes it a lot faster and a lot easier for people to order and get their food. And contactless, okay, we're not yet talking necessarily about AI and robots, but we're gonna get close to it. So you stay right there. Just buckle up. Wayne says 2 Central Standard Time. Okay, so Wayne says it's at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Which makes sense. Like, I mean, just Google where you're at and you'll find me somewhere close to that.
Remember, when you watch it at this time, it's this time.
Exactly. If you watch it at this time, it's this time. Okay, so what are the drive-thru's best features? Let's talk about best features. You got a best feature for a drive-thru? You've experienced many drive-thrus in your life? Put it in a comment. We want to know, what are the definite, like, best drive-thrus features? So the thing is, well, I've seen this YouTube video about like people testing out all of these drive-thrus, like Joshua Wiseman did it, but other people did it, and they went through and calculated the amount of time it took them to receive their burgers, right? Or their fast food, whatever. And when we're talking drive-thru, of course we're talking fast food, because it kind of goes together, right? A fast food is something that you're on the road, you're hungry, you want to get it right here, right now. Sometimes you eat in your car while you're still driving. Sometimes you'll just park the car in the parking lot and you'll eat it in there. But all of this means that you're actually wanting to get to your food as fast as possible. So the dual lane is something that's really, really intense and not that new, but that really changed a lot of things for drive-thrus. Because when you had just one lane, I mean, it made it a lot more complicated, right? You just had this one lane of cars, and a car is big, so you need a lot of place, or else it doesn't work.
That's why, you know, my solution.
Your solution?
You get out of the highway, order,
drive.
Then they have time to cook it.
I know, we're going to talk about that in the last one. Yeah, because that would be the best solution. We'll talk about the best solution at the end. No lineup would be the best solution.
Yeah.
No lineup. Because there's applications and things like that now that could make it so you order ahead. But that could be implementation to drive-thru in the future, near future. It already exists. But again, it's different. You got pickup and you got drive-thru, which is completely different. So pickup would be more like Uber Eats, and if you pre-ordered, you're going to go in a pickup area, which happens. And then there's the drive-thru, which is again, different. So what do? Pick up or drive through? Exactly, different. So best features. Now, the thing is, these dual lines really made it so, and some restaurants have like 4 lines.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, okay, so the thing is, which I learned, which is very, very interesting, is that most fast food restaurant chains who do have drive-thrus, I mean, 75% of their actual revenue comes from drive-thrus. Imagine that.
That's a lot.
So it's worth a lot of money to be able to input a drive-thru. And even remember Starbucks didn't have drive-thrus like a few years back, and now they do? Well, it's because, okay, if somebody comes in the restaurant or like the coffee shop or whatever, at the body shop, not the same thing, Piper. Well, the thing is, they stay there. They go in, they eat, they take some space, and then you need to pay for the whole, like, you know, AC, electricity, Wi-Fi, blah, 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 all that stuff, plus rent. So that's space. But drive-thru, you just got people driving through. And you're still pushing all these orders. They want it fast, so you order it, you give it to them, and then they leave. They don't use your toilet paper, they don't use nothing. Okay, sometimes they do. Sometimes they do, they get in. Yeah, it's less. You need a lot less space. And you can have it divided, right? You can have all of your like line cooks that are really cooking hard for the drive-thru, but the restaurant can be almost empty. Not saying that it will be empty, because some people are gonna, you forgot my ketchup, so they're gonna come in and ask for the ketchup, or they're gonna go use your washrooms or lavatories. But still, 75% of their revenue being from drive-thrus mean that it's really worth talking about drive-thru's crazy future, because that means that these fast food chains are going to try to implement crazy features so that they can get more of that revenue. And I feel like more and more people, just want to stay in their own car or in their own vehicle. Not everybody wants to see people, especially for fast food. You kind of want to stretch your legs maybe a little bit, but sometimes I go to like the fast food and I'm like, you know what? I just want to eat in my car alone. I don't want to get out there.
That's what I do when I go to Krispy Kreme. I don't want nobody to see me.
Exactly. When Krispy Kreme has a drive-through, and that's it. When you go to Krispy Kreme, you don't want nobody to see you, right? It's like stuffing all these donuts down your throat. So you go to the drive-through. And then you can order as many donuts as you want. Nobody's gonna judge you. You're alone in your car eating the donuts. No, they don't see you with the box or like with the big stuff. You're safe. You're safe. What? Oh, iPad just died on me. Wait a second. Okay, is that gonna work? Why? It's gonna work. Here we go. So I've got some of these old drive-thrus on my iPad, and you can see like in a glitchy manner. Some of these older drive-thrus. So the thing is, well, that's drive-in. Sorry, drive-in. So drive-in, all the cars will stay there. So you would need to park, right? And so you need a big space because a lot of like cars take a lot of space. And so if you're having these people that are in the restaurant, you need to park their vehicles, right? You can't just like let them there. So the drive-thru allows for you to have kind of an in and out type of, you still need space, but it goes so fast that usually, I mean, you won't have a drive long until like the road, right? Not generally. Not generally. So there's this space that makes it so it flows better, which is very interesting. RA says, I like curbside at McDonald's. So yeah, curbside is not drive-in, it's not drive-through. That would be you order with the app, and then, well, you go to the number they tell you at like the parking spot, and then you wait there and somebody's gonna get your order out for you. So this is kind of same but different.
I think it was just a COVID fashion.
It's a very big COVID fashion. And now I guess Uber and things like that kind of do it in that manner. Like the Uber drivers, they need to go in, show their actual process order, and then, well, they grab it. So and I think some places for Uber, they do that. So they give you like a stall number, like the curbside, and Uber just curbsides it. Uber or DoorDash or whatever, like all of these places. But see, this is Jack in the Box back in the day. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. So the thing is...
This is a drive-thru or drive-in?
No, that's drive-in. We're talking like drive-in. These are drive-in pictures. But then if we go newer... We got things like Taco Bell. See this? 1, 2, 3. Like 3 lines. This is a lot of lines. Plus back, like you got the 3 lines, and then you don't only have the 3 lines, but sometimes you pay first, right? So they make you pay, and then they give you your order. So you have like 2 windows to go through. They do that at McDonald's a lot. So that kind of simplifies. Yeah. So you have this person that is there for the money, and then you have the other person that's there for the food.
Because putting like another road on the side, it's a lot.
Exactly. Exactly. If you don't have the space, so you need to like, you need to organize this because it's 75% of your revenue. So it makes sense that you would definitely want to do that, right? Okay. A Lock says. In Bangalore, there is a mile-long stretch of a road which is always clogged up with traffic. It usually takes about 30 minutes to cross that stretch, and a local company opened drive-through. That's clever. Yes. So you're waiting, so your food at the start of the road.
That's what I'm saying.
And then you eat while crossing the stretch. Then there's a place at the end where you can submit the plates. This is exactly what you were saying. That would be like the best. This is the future, right? This would be like the best thing. Like, do Five Guys have drive-through? I don't think so. I've never seen a Five Guys with a drive-through. I haven't. I've seen In-N-Out. In-N-Out has a drive-through. And when I went to Kaiser, to the In-N-Out burger, that took me like a long time, like 5 hours to get there. But the line was so big. And it was kind of in a mall. Like, it was a big place, right? So, but there was cones everywhere and things like that to direct traffic, to tell traffic that this is the line for the In-N-Out burger. Because there's so many cars there. It was crazy. It was like jam-packed full. Which, I mean, yeah, I like In-N-Out burger. Who doesn't like In-N-Out burger? Like vegans? Do they even have vegan burger? I think they have a vegan burger. I think everybody has to have vegan for now. Even though we don't want it, it's a thing. So cars. Okay, since we're talking about drive-thrus, we need to talk about cars. Because the thing is, well, you take your car to go through the drive-thru, right? So if your car doesn't work, you can't go through the drive-thru. So the cars have been like better and better and better with time, meaning that your drive-thru experience, just like we were talking at the beginning of the podcast, is getting better, not because of the food, but because of your car. You got AC now. You can actually like stay in your car and eat in your car, except for like the washrooms. I mean, everything else you're kind of okay with. You can put your own music. You can put movies. I mean, you got heating. You got Wi-Fi in your car. So this, except for going to the washroom, I mean, or you want to be with people, maybe that would make it so you get out of the car and go in, like eat in the restaurant. But if not, your car is a pretty awesome place to be right now.
Because after that, you don't need to rent an hotel room.
Ah, even with a date, yeah. Because after that, you don't need to rent a hotel room. You just eat in the car and then, you use the back seat. 2 in 1. 2 in 1. Super awesome. Plus, yeah, you do save a lot of money. I mean, we did a short on this, on how to have a date in your Tesla, because there's a romantic mood.
Combined with dinner.
Now it's combined with dinner. It's a dinner date. This is amazing. See, you can do everything in your car. Some people say that their cars is like another room in their house, which is okay. Also a good idea for the patio and things like that. Some people say the garbage room. Man, I've seen some people that are really bad with their cars. Like this couple we met in Reunion Island. There's so much junk in their car. Like just clean your car. Put an actual trash can in your vehicle. Why don't people put trash cans in their vehicle? It makes so much sense, right? That means so much sense. I don't know why they're not doing it. So the thing is, with all of the super awesome stuff we have in cars, well, while you're going through the drive-thru, while you wait, make sure that you listen to the podcast. Yeah, if you're going to a fast food drive-thru, even though it's maybe just 5 minutes, maybe you're gonna eat after that on the road, or you're gonna park your car, and the podcast lasts 1 hour to entertain you while you're actually eating. So while you wait, make sure you click on the podcast. The cars.
Next podcast, while you drive.
While you drive.
While you drive.
Yeah, it's a great idea. Next podcast while you drive. Same but different, So we got all of these amazing drive-thrus. Even Tim Hortons has drive-thrus. I mean, we got McDonald's, of course. We got the big names, but they're smaller names.
Who invented it?
I don't know. Who invented the drive-thru? I have no idea. Do you guys know who invented the drive-thru? Make sure that you put it in. Yeah, because the first drive-thru, we're talking drive-thru, not drive-in. Completely different. Completely different. Who did it? Who did it? Who did the first drive-thru? Who had this great idea?
We don't have a researcher.
No, we don't have a researcher, so we ask you to Google it. Super easy. Walter Johnson says drones are coming out for pick up food. Yeah. Like Amazon is testing drones to do that, right? But then we also have the beautiful possible full self-driving car or autonomous car. So your car could go get your food too. I mean, it doesn't even need to be a drone.
Or the pickup line.
I don't know if it goes in the drive-thru or the pickup line. How's it gonna order? I have no idea. This can be complicated. It can be very complicated. Alok says, when I was young, went to a trip in the mountains and we reached our destination at 3 a.m. No hotels were open, so we decided to sleep in the car itself as it was super cold to camp outside. I think most people have had that experience.
Yeah.
Where if you're like literally going somewhere, it's gonna happen. You think In-N-Out, RA says In-N-Out is the first fast food to actually have drive-through. I mean, because A&W had drive-ins, but it's not drive-through. I mean, it makes sense because In-N-Out is In-N-Out, right?
Yeah,
In-N-Out. That's a good name. It's a good name. Built the first drive-through restaurant in 1948. Wow, this is so interesting. So see, and their name is awesome. It makes a lot of sense that they did it.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now, what's up right now with drive-thrus? I mean, we talked about the technology. We talked that your car can definitely make it so that you can accommodate to eat in your vehicle more than ever. I mean, more than ever. There's even lightning storms, you would be okay in your car, which is awesome. You have airbags if somebody hits you. I mean, everything you need is in your car. So who are the best drive-thrus right now? I mean, I've heard a lot about McDonald's and Chick-fil-A. Now, we're not going to talk about the other problems with Chick-fil-A, but Heard a lot about McDonald's drive-thru. I mean, even Wayne says a drive-thru needs to be less than 5 minutes, right? You want your food fast. It's fast food and it's drive-thru. So you don't want to sit there and wait. You want to really like drive-thru. You can use the app to order before you get there. Yeah, but that's called curbside pickup. It's not drive-thru.
Yeah, exactly.
It's curbside pickup.
Some kind of
Exactly. So we need to really differentiate between drive-thru, curbside pickup, drive-in, and like if you order Uber Eats, right? It's all very different. Carl says, I refuse to use the drive-thru window. Well, see, some people don't like that. Some people are still scared that maybe the order is gonna get messed up, and then, well, you open everything and you're already on the road again and you're missing something. So it happens.
anxiety, but
Yeah, it's like climate anxiety, but drive-through anxiety. I mean, Carl, you're getting some attention from RA. He's like, why, Carl? Why? Open up. Tell us, Carl. What's up? Drive-throughs take orders, wait for price, and then pick up from the person. Exactly, Walter. So a drive-through is really like you order, you pay, you get the food, which is a bit the same if you go in the restaurant. But again, you need to get out of your car, which takes longer. So you want that to like be fast. So McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, I mean, sometimes people during the pandemic started doing that. I mean, it's for customer service or customer experience. They actually put real physical people out there. Chick-fil-A is renowned for that. So there is machines and computers, but they prefer to have a real person with an iPad or like a sort of point of sale, a POS, to be there to take your order, because that creates, a bit of a more bounding experience or a link when, if you're talking to this big stereo or this big like thing, then you don't really understand the person and you get confused and you get like really, oh my God, I need to order right now, and you get stressed and you don't know and it's so complicated. Chick-fil-A, the anti-gay people do that. Yeah. They're literally out there with iPads and they take your order. So you're talking to a real person. I think it's a good way to see it. Well, they're underneath the thing, right? Yeah, so they have like everything implemented for that. So they can be there in the rain, the snow, and the cold, doesn't matter. But the thing is, I think it's really cool to have that, because if drive-thrus are gonna keep on going as they're going, well, with all the technology that we have, there's a chance that some people are gonna want a more genuine, humane experience, because drive-thru is already not that genuine and humane. Just because, you have the board, you have like the speaker, and then you finally pay with someone and someone gives you your order, but it's very quick. You don't really get to say hi and how are you. You can do it, but it's not meant for that, right? So they could also be replaced by literal AI or robots, meaning that you could order your food, maybe through an app, but still like be there, scan a QR code, press a button, I don't know. But they tested it out, right? McDonald's tested it out, the AI drive-through. I seen on Reddit yesterday that they actually like removed it in some location. It's kind of like on pause right now, but it would be an AI, so like a robot, but just the brain of the robot taking your order. And then, well, I guess a real person would do it, but in the near future, it could be a robot doing it too, like a robot cook that would deliver that order to you. So it could be fully automated with AI and robots. Whereas some companies, for their brand, might decide to put some humans in there, even though it's all automated. Maybe they could have somebody like to, just, hi, how are you? What would you like to order? And then they show you how it works, because some people like the genuine human touch. So this could be something. While you wait, good podcast. Thank you very much. And then we got RA who says, while you wait, the waitress will bring you a drink. Oh, yeah. I hope this happens to you. Now, mornings here have drive-through service backed out to the street. Is it Tim Hortons? Tim Hortons, Denny's, you can get drive-thrus at Denny's. In-N-Out does the same thing during peak hours. They have people outside taking your order. See, they're trying to maximize that time, but at the same time, like, minimize your time. So they're trying to do both.
Yeah, but because there's so many people, they need to, try to find a way to be more efficient.
Yeah, the more efficient they are, the better. Especially for drive-thrus.
It's exact. Drive-thru is the pit stop of the racing.
Yeah, drive-thru is a pit stop of racing, but for like humans eating, right? not for cars refueling.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's really what it is. It's the same thing. And the more efficient you are, the more minutes, seconds you can gain, the better. I mean, McDonald's,
There's more people.
yeah, McDonald's point of sale system has like timers on every order. And like the McDonald's like franchisee will has a score depending on how fast they're able to get the orders out. That I saw, that it's another video on YouTube that I saw, but that was all about like owning a McDonald's franchise and like how crazy it is. And yeah, they have timers on every single order, and if this not met, it changes colors, and then the restaurant is rated according to that. So they need to fulfill these orders as fast as possible. It's called fast food. It's not called slow food, right? This is completely different. Drive-thru intercom always sounds like Charlie Brown teacher. I don't know why they don't put a better intercom, or why don't they use your radio? They could like hijack your frequency and just like talk to you like they do at the Cinepark.
What?
Like,
Can I take your order? Thank you.
yeah, exactly.
It's already recorded.
Already recorded, right? Well, AI. It would be AI, which makes a lot of sense. Starbucks is crazy for the amount of cars in line during the morning. Well, see, so it depends on the place, right? It depends, like literally, see Kentucky Fried Chicken. So it really depends on the restaurant and also where it's located and what people drink and eat where you're at. I mean, Dunkin' Donuts might have a super long line too. Maybe it just takes them less time to fulfill orders. Starbucks, you still need to like do all these like customization for the drinks. So I guess maybe that's why it's a bit longer. Just it's a bit longer to get your order because it's more customizable in general.
Because it's more handmade.
Yeah, more handmade in that way. Whereas if you order like a double cheese, I mean, that's gonna take no time at McDonald's. Some are like already made. But if you're at Tim Hortons and you just order a black coffee, you know, it's gonna take like seconds. The problem would be the people in front of you, because that's just like they just pour it in. They just put it, 2 milk, 2 cream, and then that's where it gets complicated. But before that, I mean, nothing really that complicated, right? Oh yeah, you're listening to While You Wait, the podcast that you listen to while you wait to be through the drive-thru with Piper on Two Girls One Electric Car. Thank you to all of our Patreons for super awesomely sponsoring and supporting this podcast. We love you! Okay, so we were talking about drones and autonomous vehicles. Let's get back to this subject a little bit more, because this is really interesting. I mean, the thing is, if you do have drones, then you don't really need drive-thrus. But what if you're really driving? You know? What if you're really on the road? I mean, I understand for Uber, or I understand if I want McDonald's right now and I would order it from Uber, I could just order it from a drone. You know, like in The Fifth Element, I could turn around, open my window, and my McDonald's could come to my window. That would be great. It would be fun. But at the same time, some people go on road trips. Some people are still on the road. Even though they're driving or not driving their car, because it's self-driving right now, doesn't matter. You're gonna want to eat at one point. So we need to have a way for them to be able to do that. So that means that drones have a place, I think, in the market for like the delivery system, but not for the drive-thru, not per se. Maybe more curbside or things like that. But you want, when you're on the road, to have a pit stop. So you're gonna stop. Wherever you stop, you're gonna stop and eat, or you're gonna stop and pee, or do the same at the same time, like Max Power says, but maybe don't eat your burger on the toilet, you know? But the thing is, it's gonna happen. You want that. So even if your car is self-driving, you're still gonna wanna stop there. Maybe, just maybe, the car is even going to be more comfortable. So maybe you're going to be able to input in your car that you're going to McDonald's. Not sponsored by McDonald's, but hey, McDonald's, we're open to sponsorship. Well, and then it's going to be able to even order for you at one point. Maybe there's going to be like these applications. They're going to be in the car already. So you're going to be able to like do all of that within the car, which I really like about restaurants nowadays, like these fast food restaurants. When you get in and you have these big, you know, these big screens and you can order on there. What I like is that you can see the whole menu, right? Because on these like big TVs, you can see some of the menu and then it rotates and then it's something different. Of course, I know sometimes there's a secret menu or special menu. But in general, it just gives you more of an idea of what is on the menu with these big televisions that allow you to choose yourself and add your own sauces and things like that. And then, you really get everything you've ordered for. So you didn't forget anything. That I really love. So if we had that in a drive-through manner, because that's always a really stressful thing to do, right? They put all the menu, or part of the menu, on the drive-through picture. You look at it and then, you order, but you kind of don't know. You don't necessarily want to try something new unless it says like new feature, blah, blah, blah. Then you're going to want to try it because it's already there in your face. But it's hard to go away from that when you're in the drive-thru because you want to go fast. So you don't necessarily want to read through the whole menu. Let's say I go to McDonald's. Well, I'm just going to take what I usually take. Chicken McNuggets. Yay, chicken McNuggets with sweet and sour sauce. That way it's less complicated. But sometimes I go to McDonald's and I try out new items or new things. But that's often more when I, sit down, check out everything. Look what they got. I mean, Douglas Downless says Pacifica has the world's nicest Taco Bell. Right on the beach. Ooh, sounds nice.
Do you need a dune buggy to go?
Good point. Do you need a dune buggy to go to the drive-thru, or can you manage? I guess that's why Five Guys don't have drive-thru, because they take a long time. Yeah, well, Five Guys, their reputation is that, right? You customize your burger, they make it fresh for you, like really pretty damn fresh. Whereas McDonald's has their patties in like little compartments that are already heated and pre-made, sort of. So I guess that makes sense. You can use this automated car to go to the drive-thru. Well, yeah, you could use an autonomous vehicle to go through the drive-thru. This is totally possible, which leads us to this other point. So, drive-thrus as an activity. Yeah, I know. Well, that's the thing, right? It's just like people buying vinyls or records or things like that. Like even the drive-in for White Spot, it was a great experience for me because when I was young, like most drive-ins were not there anymore. So it makes it a different experience. It makes it something to experience, actually. So maybe drive-thrus should stay alive in some places, not all of them, where they're still very, very drive-thru-ish, with real people giving you real service and with the speaker that's kind of, not so cool, but you go there to experience that. And then you would have like the rush hour drive-thrus maybe for morning and like for all these like lunch and dinner, which are fully automated and have robots and AIs because they want efficiency. They want to serve the working class, so they want for you to get through and get what you want right now because you need to go to work or you need to go pick up your kids at school or whatever. So that could be a thing, right? That could definitely be a thing for you to go to the drive-thru as a family or as a couple for a date and to experience the nostalgia of the drive-thru like we sometimes experience the nostalgia of the drive-in with White Spot, or I think there's still an A&W that does drive-in, like one of the first ones. So it could be still something cool, but that leads us to what feature would you like to be implemented in drive-thrus? So you tell us, everything goes because, we're talking about drive-thru's crazy future, right? So what type of features would make the drive-thru better? Like for you, I think what we said in the middle is really interesting. So that would be that actually the drive-thru is on the road, right? So if it's rush hour, you can literally order at the beginning of the road, and then you go in the traffic, you eat, and then when you get out of the traffic, there's like a trash can there. You put your things in there, and then you're off to go. So drive-thrus would be a bit different. You wouldn't necessarily need to get off the road. They would be kind of, these special roads.
I know what's the real future is.
What is the real future?
You're in your car.
Yeah.
And then a drone delivers it to you in your car.
Wherever you are.
Wherever you are.
Okay, so that would be the mix. That would be a mix. So you would definitely be in your car because of drive-thru, but it would be kind of a drive-by, right? So the drone would deliver your food to your car while your car is driving on the road somewhere.
You're in the traffic.
You're in the traffic.
And you go like, oh, gee,
I want McDonald's.
I'm in my car. Because we're talking in your car.
Yeah, you need to stay in your car. It's a drive-thru. You need to stay in your car. This is a definite yes. You stay in your car. Car wash, drive-through. Well, okay, but you need to. So you need to get your food before you enter the car wash, right? You can use automated car to go to drive-through. Yeah, this exactly.
Does that exist? You pick up your food and you wash your car.
Well, okay, I've seen Guy Ferry, and there was a car wash near a restaurant, right? They had like an all-in-one, but it was not like to pick up food. Exactly.
McDonald's car wash.
Yeah, exactly. McDonald's car wash. So you get your food and then you go in the car wash. A bit like they have at convenience stores, right? But different, because convenience stores, sometimes you buy stuff at the convenience store and then you're like, oh, my car's dirty, I'll just go to the car wash, and you pay for it inside and then you go. But we want something, I know, we want something that's really like encompassing. Yeah. So you get in the line, you get your food, then you get to the car wash, and then you get out. This is great. And then maybe there's washrooms at the end for those who really need. Also, I think that a great implementation doesn't that one's for electric vehicles, because yeah, it's all about electric vehicles. We talk about electric vehicles here. To have charging. So if you're at the drive-thru and sometimes it takes a little bit of time. Yeah, just a little charge. So of course some restaurants have already implementing like charging stations for people who dine in, so they can plug and recharge while they also recharge themselves as humans. But like, okay, there is technology to make so that cars would be able to literally recharge but touchless, a bit like for phone, with MagSafe and everything like that. So the thing is, if you would go in the drive-thru as an electric vehicle and it would recharge while you're like going through the drive-thru, it would be still pretty cool. I'm not saying you could get mean charge, but if you gain like 2 kilometers from going to the drive-thru, like just one, I would still prefer to go to that restaurant, that fast food that offers me 1 kilometer more of charge while I'm waiting in the drive-thru lane.
Then partner with McDonald's and do like something.
Yeah, Tesla should partner with McDonald's and do that, like a drive-thru lane that recharges your car. Because some people have thought about putting them in highways and things like that, but I think that's way too much, right? Having a whole highway is not efficient, and it's not efficient, and it goes really fast. Drive-thru often it doesn't go that fast. You're waiting. There is this type of waiting that happens. Okay, so I think Max Power has a dad joke for us. Thank you, Max Power, for being the dad of the day. Max Power says, are you ready for this? This is a dad joke. Hope you're ready. Why did the bike go to the drive-thru? Because it was too tired. Excellent. Get it too tired. There's 2 tires on a bike, not 4. Not like a car. I think, yeah, drive-thrus make sense when you want to eat fast. You want fast. You're on the road, you're going somewhere, or you're just like, I want to go eat something real fast, and you're out of the city, you're in your car, you're not on foot, right? Or if you are on foot, you won't do that. You'll go inside, you'll order. You can still order to go instead of ordering to stay. But if you're on foot, like, where are you gonna eat? Like at the restaurant, you're not gonna go in. You could go in the park, but that'd be same but different, no? Okay, so that being said, drive-thrus. What is gonna happen in the future? What do you think is gonna happen? Do you think that really we're gonna lose drive-thrus the way they are right now with real humans, or we're gonna keep real humans, which could be a possibility for inside dining, right? And then drive-thrus are gonna be fully automated because it just makes more sense to do it that way. It's gonna be easier to understand the person that's talking, because it's not gonna be a person, it's gonna be a robot. Then they're gonna understand whatever accent you have, because it's also gonna be an AI answering back. And well, the food is gonna be made by robots. So all of that would make it faster, easier for the people going through, and probably more cost effective in the long term for these big companies like McDonald's. And that's why they tested it out, like fully no human service.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah?
It's just a parking spot.
Okay, it's a parking spot. You go there, and the drone delivers it to you. And then you go back. So that makes sense, right? That would be the ultimate.
So
McDonald's gonna have... Yeah. So McDonald's owns the parking spot and drones, and then they just drone it to you.
Yeah, you order
So it's kind of a drive-through, but it would be called drive-by. And then
It's like a hybrid between
Yeah.
drive-in and drive-through.
yeah, it's an hybrid between drive-in and drive-through. Because when you drive through, sometimes you park and you eat there. It happens. So you need to have this space. You still need to have the parking space. The parking lot is really important. Douglas Downless says fast food will become vending machines. That's kind of what we're saying. Yeah. Because a drive-through is kind of like a vending machine, right? You take out. It's takeout food. It's takeout food, but with a car. And Will Garcia once says, I hope someone brings back the servers on roller skates. That's pretty fun. Well, look, picture robots on roller skates now. I mean,
As long as they're sexy.
as long as they're sexy, right? As long as they're sexy. It goes with like the whole vibe. Like the way it was back in the day was that. It was sexy, it was fun. I mean, I think we should keep some of that somewhere to have restaurants that offer you this because, you know, it's like going to the museum, right? So you get this nostalgia and you get to experience it even though it's not of your time. So to have a bit of a mix would be fun, but I don't know who's gonna do it. Like, who's going to come up with the idea of, yeah, we're going to do this because people want this? Because even in British Columbia, like drive-ins, there's white spot, but there's not that many. There's not that many white spots that offer the drive-in. You still need to find it. I think I found 2. So that being said, I'm Piper, and you're listening to While You Wait. Make sure that you subscribe because the podcast airs from Monday to Friday at 12 p.m. We got the police. The police is on us. Yeah, probably because, you know, we're not on Apple yet. But go listen to the podcast wherever you listen to your podcast while you wait.